John, I'm just going to pick up right where we left off, man. And I feel I was looking and trying to figure out how am I going to start this show because it's so epic. And I thought the only way I can do it is this.
Yeah.
I think it is. Because
gives me goosebumps.
Gives me goosebumps too. Welcome to 2026. And I'm going to officially welcome everybody to the EdSales Edge. So we are in, John, tough to believe, but it's true, has the benefit of being true, that we did Breaking the Grade for 4 years. We did that show for 4 years, and interesting, I don't know the exact number of episodes we did. I never was one to keep track, and Alvin just asked me about that. We may keep track for the EdSales Edge, but welcome to the EdSales Edge, John.
4 years. It's amazing. It's really been great doing this with you. And a lot of what's cool is there's a lot of professional insights, personal shares, a lot of things that have happened in our lives that I think we've both hesitated at times to share, and then we shared them, and I'm excited for the next 4 years. Maybe the Commanders could be in the playoffs between now and then.
It's too bad your internet went out, and all it came back with was maybe the Commanders could be in the playoffs by then.
I hope not. I hope you heard all that. It was from the heart.
I did. So you want to repeat it? Because I think it might be your country internet up there. What did you say?
Yeah. So I said it's amazing that it's been 4 years. It's been amazing that there's been a lot of shared stories from our personal lives to our professional lives. Sometimes the personal bubbles into the professional gets personal. It feels very natural to share these things. Sometimes we were a little hesitant to share some things, and then they got shared. Sometimes they got shared when I wasn't online, and then I heard them, and I was like, "Wow!" And I teared up on a couple of them, which was great. And it's just going to be exciting to see where this goes for the next 4 years, as both of our professional franchise away and hopefully succeed in the new year and beyond.
Yeah, cool, man. I 100% agree with everything you said. We are doing this LinkedIn Live kind of impromptu, and also just to kind of, test the engines and the microphones and make sure everything is still, intact after 6 weeks off, 5 weeks off. And we made the decision to break up with Breaking the Grade. That show served us very well. The idea was to challenge the status quo in education, as we said in the intro, to question what wasn't working. And that mattered. And that work still matters. We know that work matters. However, over time, the questions we got from people weren't necessarily around inspiration and what's broken in education, but they were questions about how do I generate leads in education without guessing? Who should I really be talking to inside districts or institutions? How do I build credibility in a system that doesn't trust easily? Why does interest stall out? How do I fix my messaging? And those are the questions we got. And so we followed the path. The breadcrumbs have taken us to a show that is very focused on ed sales and bringing the people we work most with, and especially me, the edge on ed sales. So here we are.
Yeah. And there's so much fun with the words, right? Edge has so much to it, right? It could be edgy, which is differentiated. It could be edge. We're scrambling around the edges. It could be edges in terms of the advantage, the competitive advantage, and offering a lot of insight from our experiences, the humility that comes from failing, hopefully failing fast and learning from our mistakes. And so I'm just really grateful and excited to join you when I can, when I'm invited, and be part of the conversation, and just, continue to build on a amazing foundation of doing a lot of really great work together, and continuing to learn from, collaborate with the audience. It's been great.
One of the other things I think about when I think of Edge is I see the logo of the razors. And have you lost your razor? Is this look for you kind of the Northeast? I'm chopping wood, I've got a, harvest, or no, I guess you have a hibernate.
It's part of it. It's a New Year's resolution that I'm not ready to share about something that's going to happen in my life soon, I hope. And I just hope that I don't turn into Tom Hanks in Castaway before it happens, because I'm not shaving until this happens. So, yeah.
Okay. It looks good.
I mean, it's different.
Yeah, totally.
Come on, be honest.
No, it looked good. I went a little, generally around December, I get a haircut. And I generally do it when we're traveling through Europe. I like to get haircuts in random places.
Oh, that's cool.
I've done it in New Orleans. I've done it in Stockholm. I've done it like Turkey, Edinburgh. This one was up across from Pupatello, where you and I got pizza here in Washington, D.C. But I was ready for a haircut, and therefore I'm going to shave a little, or let it grow a little more.
Yeah, you look good.
Interestingly enough, in terms of sharing, I started shaving when my father died in June. I felt like, I remember just watching him shave as a kid, and I felt like I wanted to be a little more clean shaven. Don't know why, but with the shorter hair, I'm going a little bit longer. And this is the point of this particular show, is to kind of go off the rails a little bit. We're just testing. What are you doing up there in Massachusetts?
So I'm at the farmhouse. It's 9 degrees. It was 9 degrees this morning. My son's up here, obviously. He's got some friends over. We got some great things planned. Been here longer than I usually stay up here. It's definitely not the same as the modern Philly row home. So that's a little bit trying to get used to that. But it's been good. A lot of reading, a lot of reflecting, a lot of incredible notes from people that I have and we have in some cases worked with, which feels good. Just reminders that reflection and pondering on how to move forward is important. It hasn't been easy because it is so cold and it's snowed most of the days up here, and it feels a little bit like I'm going stir crazy. But it's also been great to, hang with my son and have some good talks. He's driving now, so I'm kind of hugging the dashboard as he's trying to let go of the control that comes from him and allow him to make some mistakes as long as they're not fatal. And so it's been good. It's been good. I'm heading back down to Philly on Monday.
Nice. Cool. Well, we've been here in DC, Bettina's mom, after going to Iceland and then going to where did we go to? Where did I go to after? I don't know. We went to Canada. And then we've been around here in our apartment. Camila and I have been shooting videos. She's a phenomenal producer. She gives me her most unfiltered thoughts on what I record. And so I appreciate that. I agree. Reflection is really nice this time of year. And I also crave the consistency and getting back to the consistency. So yes, you know, of course, there's always a microphone for you on this show, but obviously you have your other commitments as well. I get that. So your weeks 1 and 3, the 1st and the 15th of the month, that will get back to our consistency. You'll show up with a blank screen. We'll have to figure out where John is. but that's okay. We're used to that. What?
Normally that takes 45 seconds to fix. This time it was 8. So
Yeah,
we're getting
great,
there.
cool. What isn't going to change is that our show will still be no hype, no hacks, and we will never pretend that things move fast in education. Never. Not if you are bringing a product or selling, it ain't going to move quickly. The difference now from breaking the grade to the EdSales Edge is that we will explicitly focus on selling into education. We will do that through strategies. We will do that through interviews. We will do that through case studies. We're going to go deep on lead gen, credibility, messaging, and trust building. And we're going to help people make decisions on how they can get in and go deeper in a way that feels comfortable for them. K-12, higher ed, B2B, B2B to C, B to E. I'm really excited about this change in the show, and it feels really natural. But I also didn't want to make too big of a deal of it because that's not our style.
Yeah, definitely. That making too big of a deal with it kind of brushes up with how natural and authentic some of the insights are, and I think that is important. I think like on my entrepreneur breakthroughs, I tend to get really scripted with that, with a lot of preparation, and I think an advantage or a benefit or a quality of this forum is it feels a little bit more natural while still being practical.
Yeah, well, that's the challenge, I think, and you do it well with your breakthroughs. Is really it's you until you open up the mics for the other folks. So let's look forward a little bit. Speaking of entrepreneur breakthroughs, before breakthroughs, we have ERDI in Arizona coming up at the end of this month, and then you have an entrepreneur breakthroughs coming up at the end of this month as well.
Yeah, it'll be lessons learned from 2025, featuring some of our dedicated and loyal sponsors, you included, which is great. Some insights from some of the semifinals, finals, and winners from the Milken competition, which will be great. An introduction to this year's cycle and what can be expected from the competition, from the Catapult Virtual Accelerator, what distinguishes a Milken semifinalist from finalist and a finalist from a winner, and a lot of insights for what to expect in 2026 and beyond. Talking AI again, talking what are some things that are going to change in education and what's not going to change in terms of the importance of personalization and the importance of being student-centered and the importance of a prepared and motivated teacher. So a lot of those themes will come out in our entrepreneur breakthroughs, and super excited to do it from Tucson, Arizona, where hopefully it'll be a little warmer than here.
Nice. Absolutely. The other things that are changing here, certainly the name of EdSales Edge and how we approach things, but we will also, there goes Camila. You saw her run through there. There
Camila.
she is, the muñeca. There she goes back again. Live TV, baby. And there's another live TV. We are going to start our entourage. The entourage is going to be our paid community. We're still working through that. And once we have that set up, we'll tell people more about it. And there's going to be some parts to what we do here in the EdSales Edge that our entourage, our community will get access to. I'll explain more about that. We've also created a mastermind. We've created a mastermind for people who are alumni of our program. And that mastermind is going to help people kind of focus more on what they've been successful at in the EdSales Elevation experience. We cover a lot of different things like the signature solution and LinkedIn and email and messaging, clarity and speaking and creating your own masterclasses. And so as they emerge from the EdSales Elevation Experience, we're going to continue to work in groups on what has been most successful for them, because I still feel very firm that selling in the education space is very personal. So go with what feels best to you.
That's great. The Edge, the Entourage, any other E's? Excellence.
Yes. There was one more. I wonder if I'm going too overboard. We'll find out.
Experience. No, we
have another E. Mike Ellingson in the chat said, glad I'm here to think deeper on those topics. This is something I'm really trying to shift in my own process. I'm selling consulting on a different ed vertical, struggling with the landscape a bit. Mike, sorry to hear you're struggling. Happy to hear that you're here. So reach out directly to me.
Where's Mike from?
Where are you from, Mike? That's a good question. You will tell us. Let us know where you are from. And then the rest of the road ahead is February, not quite sure, but March, hopefully South by Southwest EDU. April, ASU GSV. Somewhere in there is IEI in San Antonio. And then leading up to June and your event. So that gets us through the first month.
Asterisk, because the June event is still a work in progress. It may be shifting to 2 days of the Milken and the Innovation Summit together with some plans that will be announced.
Okay.
So,
well,
that'll be breaking news. We'll break that together.
That's awesome. Let's do that. All right, Mike, Chicagoland. So he's probably got you beat, John, in terms of cold.
Yeah. Big game coming up against Detroit.
You guys got your football teams are probably racing towards each other. So, Mike, feel free to message me directly. I can always pull John in. That was the point of this. Illinois, Indiana. Awesome, man. Mike, awesome. Well, we are here to support you. Happy to have you. That is not going to change whatsoever. The goal here again was to kind of dust off the DeLorean and see if it still works, and it does. Alvin, thank you for getting us together here. Alvin's been working really hard on getting the EdSales Edge cranked up. He's also working really hard on our show, our course, and that's a big lift for him from Nigeria.
So Alvin, Happy New Year.
Yeah. So John, that's about it. I want to get you back to your family. I'm going to get back to my family. We've got Potbelly, and since moving back to Mexico, there are still some things that we really crave and forget that we can get all the time. Chinese food, Potbelly. We went to Trader Joe's today. So
it's awesome.
Some of the finer things in life.
But not great margaritas.
No, we know those are from down there.
Down there.
So
I miss that. We have to talk about that. I keep telling everybody that I meet who talks about Mexico, about San Miguel Allende, and how incredible it is, and how incredible my friend Josh is, and But I always end those conversations with, when am I going back? We got to go back. I got to go back. We got to go back. I love it.
Just tell me when, man. We're building a house there.
Well, maybe let's meet in DC.
That's fine too. You know that too. My family would love to have you come down here and hang out with Uncle John. But you got to hang out with your family. I'm going to hang out with mine. We dusted everything off. We announced that we are now the EdSales Edge in the way that feels most comfortable to us, which is not blown out of proportion. And we will release show number 1 on Sunday. And then you and I will have a LinkedIn Live this coming Thursday. By the way, I will be doing that LinkedIn Live from Phoenix, Arizona. One of the reasons that we moved back, or something that was very important to me when we moved back, was to spend time with my buddies and be able to go to more games. So I'm going to the Miami Ole Miss game
Wow,
in
that'll be
Phoenix.
awesome.
And I could
That's
care
what I
less.
watched with my dad, the Super Bowl against Kansas City, where
Right.
we lost at the end. But that's a great stadium. It's a great time. Have fun. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I've got a lot. My crew are all Canes fans. I've got some friends who are going there. Maybe I'll connect you.
I love Miami is my college football team only because of the orange. I could care less about college football. And honestly, I thought it was the national championship game until my buddy said, no, it's a semifinal game.
Still going to be
And I
awesome. That's going to be
don't care.
a really great game.
It's all about me and my friends and making sure that we only live once and do what we got to do.
Yeah.
So nice to see your face. Soon I'll see more of your face if you find that razor, but it's all good. You're always welcome. And hey, everybody, welcome to the EdSales Edge.
Talk soon, my man.
Cheers.
Stay
guys.
warm. Bye.
Bye-bye.